What's up, Fanatics? It's another edition of Hype on Collect. We are just days away from Fanatics Fest, so we're excited. We're going to be in the building. We got giveaways. We've got some insane cards, including the 86 Fleer Jordans for sale at Fanatics Fest. So we've got a lot going down. We're going to be well represented. We're going to have some TCG. We're going to have a way to get into free breaks. We're going to have free shirts. So if you're at the Javits Center in New York, July 16th through 19th, you'll see us. Come by and say hi. And I'll give you an extra little shout if you say, I heard about this on the Hype on Collect. So we'll see. We'll see how, the 6 or 7 people that are here that are paying attention, they may get something ultimately good if they happen to be going to Fanatics Fest as well. Guys, Dan, how excited are you? This is going to be our 3rd year of Fanatics Fest.
I didn't go last year.
This is your 2nd year of Fanatics Fest. This is my 3rd year. I've been to all of them. So
yeah, no, you're keeping the streak alive. I did not go last year. I picked. It was either the National or Fanatics Fest. I wish I would have gone to Fanatics Fest because we ended up breaking with Aaron Donald, and anybody who knows me knows
who?
I love the Rams.
Who?
Just
you have a cricket soundboard?
The greatest
should probably get
defensive tackle ever to do it.
We should make this show just a bunch of sound effects, like bring it back to the radio days.
Go to full morning zoo radio,
I was actually gonna start talking about the intro song. It's kind of a bop. Did you write that?
It's a bop.
Who wrote that? I don't know. It's the good folks who make that readily available for royalty free.
Did you use AI to do that?
I did not use AI. To do that.
No,
you don't
do that. Come on. That's how the computer. That's how the computers take over.
We just got done talking about the computers taking over. So yeah.
Well, and just to give you guys a quick run of the show today, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to get into a heated debate versus Fleer rookie Jordan versus Star Jordan rookie. What's the right rookie? Because with the news of the new Upper Deck, and if you haven't heard, we'll show you how crazy this chase is in 2026 Goodwin. We're going to talk about that. We've got some Ken Golden talk. We got Topps are selling unsealed boxes to the public. So that's, been a lot of chatter on the interwebs. We got some hits of the week. We've got Alexi Lawless. He may or may not be in studio. I don't know. I don't think so, but we're going to talk about Alexi Lawless. So lots of stuff to go on for today. And if you haven't watched any previous shows, you probably haven't because there's only been like 30 people in the room. But we're climbing every week. We're getting the word out there. If there's a story you would like us to talk about, something like either a breaker, doing some bad stuff, a breaker doing some good stuff, just good stories in this hobby that you would like us to discuss and participate in the chat, because we want you guys to eventually write this show. So if you do that and you submit videos to Mojobreak_com on Instagram, send that link. We'll send you a free pack, free shirt, something. You'll get something because you're kind of like producing the show at that point. So definitely get involved, Mojobreak_com, or even me, Doug.fresh on Instagram. You can send me some of the clips and I'll make sure that those, get in the show as long as they're good. So thank you guys for tuning in. Fanatics Fest is going to be full of a lot of different athletes. So they keep naming more and more athletes. I mean, this is a list of who's who. So if you're at Fanatics Fest, you're going to see, LeBron James. You're going to see some of these play Aaron Judge, Wemby, all these big name celebrities kind of walking by and doing their thing.
Do we
doing
think
signings.
Ohtani makes an appearance? Because
the Dodgers are in town.
The Dodgers are in town, right?
So right now the only Dodgers scheduled, I believe, here. You know what? I can whittle this down by MLB. So a lot of Yankees, very New York heavy. But Aaron Judge being there is a big deal. I believe there's an off day that Thursday. It's the end of the All-Star break.
Getting to sign a card, Arson Judge.
That's right. Oh boy,
that would be awesome.
That would be huge. An Arson Judge auto would be massive.
Well,
I would also destroy me mentally if that were to happen. That should be a clip we should play on here at one point. We have the footage. My live reaction to when the brief moment we thought the Giants were getting Aaron Judge
For the 7 minutes.
Yeah, for that 7, not even 7 minutes, because I think within the clip, the security cam footage here at Mojobreak when it happened, I am literally a la Dan when he pulled the Mac Jones. Jumping, screaming, fist pumping, let's go, it's happened. And then within a second, I then look at my phone and you can see my face turn white as a ghost, like, oh no, that's not correct. So
yeah, Arson Judge.
It's like somebody pissing your Wheaties.
It certainly was,
so to speak. If you're not to hit a little bit more on Fanatics Fest, if the athlete things are cool, but they're going to have exclusive drops, which I know everybody's going to be trying to get. They're going to have the 2026 Topps Chrome Baseball Cactus Jack. Those are going to retail for $600. You got to get into this EQL. So head on over to fanaticsfest.com/exclusive/tops to figure out how to get that. They're also going to have the Big Apple Series 2, which is back. They've been doing that every year, which has, special parallels honoring not only the 75 years of Topps, but, special base cards that are very New York themed, like Swinging for the Stars. Different parallels with the Statue of Liberty in the back. Very cool, very popular there. Shohei Ohtani is going to be in the set, all these big names. Home field advantage. They have Lady Liberty home field advantage. So, America, that's going to be a hot one there. And so get in on that. And then if you're there for the World Cup final, which you paid $10,000 minimum to get in to watch the game, you have the 25-26 UCC Soccer Edition, which is going to have Mbappe, some big names in that, and that's going to be exclusive to the show as well. So 3 really huge card exclusives. And maybe we're not done. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's going to be some last-minute additions.
Well, I can tell you that we know, if you know the fashion brand Cause, that just a big announcement that they are doing a MLB set. I don't think it's like a Topps Chrome. I can't remember if it's Topps Chrome. I'll find it. I'll find the exact details. But they are doing a specific set for Dodgers and the Yankees, obviously coinciding with that series that weekend to start the second half of the season. But yeah, Topps, MLB, and Cause, which I think will be available through Topps.com, but also will be there at Fanatics. So I don't know if it's like a full exclusive, but it's going to be definitely one of the bigger sets that people are going to be chasing, I think, at Fanatics Fest this year.
And then don't forget the activations as well. You have all WWE, NBA, MLB, NHL, all these leagues will have activations that are just interactive, really cool things. Obviously, the merch, is insane. There'll be a huge Fanatics merch area. I'm assuming New Era will probably do what they did in the past with the hats.
Yep.
The blind wrapped hats.
Yep. Yeah, and you're going to see, different different big shirt companies, Mitchell and Ness. They're going to have different exclusives, and Under Wraps always has a really cool set that's specific to the show. I also wanted to mention this is really cool that they're going to be doing this card combine. It actually is kind of for the new collector or collectors that have questions about how this hobby works. It's the card combine. It's presented by AT&T. That's who I have my cell phone service with and my internet. That's right. Card sampling. Fans will be able to start their journey. They have the ripping station. They have the pack science to explain how retail and hobby shops and all that stuff work. There's the break station to kind of educate people on breaks. And so it's cool. So if you're just going down there to see some of this stuff, you can kind of get, a good feel and learn if you want to learn more about this hobby. Because Fanatics Fest is card oriented for us, but a lot of fans are they're going to be in town for maybe the World Cup events. They're from New York and they maybe need to learn about this stuff. So there's going to be some good knowledge. And I actually had a customer that told me that when he comes in here with his kids, he knows what he's doing, but his wife refused to come into our store to buy the sticker packs because she feels overwhelmed, like she doesn't know enough to come in here and know what she exactly wants. Like she feels maybe intimidated. And so that's kind of spurred some of my thoughts for the shop as far as more education stuff in the shop. But I think they're definitely on the right track here with the card combine to kind of educate collectors. So I like that idea. And if you have some little ones with you, I think there's going to be some great opportunities for the kids in this card combine to not only learn, but maybe get some cards and participate in that as well. So, but let's kick right into the big news that Upper Deck had this week. Goodwin Champions, which is typically a hodgepodge of legacy Upper Deck brands like Exquisite, their Young Gun set, Black. They dropped a little teaser, and you can see here on the video that there will be some signed Fleer packs numbered to 23 that are encased they're redemptions you get encased, and Michael Jordan has signed these, and there's only 23 of them. This is cause boxes to go from 150 retail to, I think today, 450. It's crazy. Cody, what do you think?
I love this. Look, think I said it's funny, at the beginning of the week, before we even knew that this was going to be included, I think I looked at Goodwin Champs, and honestly, honest to God, this is me being brutally honest, I feel like the last 2 to 3 years of Goodwin have been a steady letdown a little bit. And I'm not expecting the world from Goodwin. It's a lower cost product, something to just rip for fun. But I felt like for years there was at least one. You knew that there was going to be the big guys in there. There was a pretty solid checklist of celebrities. And then obviously all of the fun additions like the fossils and things like that, the coins. And I felt like the design kind of fell off a little bit the last few years, kind of became stale. They lose LeBron, and that kind of takes the wind out of their sails a little bit too. This, to me, this is Upper Deck announcing we're not going anywhere. We have Michael Jordan is here to stay.
And the key thing, as a legacy partner.
Exactly.
I don't know what that truly means.
Sure.
But it sounds like it's not a limited partner.
No, not a limited partner, a legacy partner. And I think this is I haven't had a chance to rip it yet, but just by judging the checklist, judging what we talked about on our episode on Monday on the Hype, this is one of the best looking sets they've had in a long time. And that addition is huge to make this. I mean, we're already seeing it with the price jump. This is a box that's $150, $200. Like this is crazy what these boxes are going for compared to what they usually.
Well, I can tell you the breaks were selling out like crazy.
Yeah.
The website was, because we are in air, we were selling a lot of boxes through the e-com. People coming in buying boxes in the shop. So like there's definitely a substantial buzz around the release.
Absolutely. And yes, bids 8812 in the chat says there's breaker channels that just talk now. Absolutely. This is part of Collect Originals. So it's a concept that Fanatics is bringing to just have content, to have you guys interact and create more community aspects. We are going to be giving away some breaker credit. Now, not all Collect Original hosts do breaks, but we actually are, the Swiss Army knife. That we do it all. So we talk and we break. So it's what a concept.
Sometimes we do both.
Chewing bubblegum and walking at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. One thing I ripped a couple boxes of Goodwin yesterday, Dan, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that the Denny Hamlin Young Guns is Young Guns. I don't think he's ever had a Young Guns before. So they have Denny Hamlin, they have Bubba Wallace.
Well, he wouldn't have a Young Guns.
Right. So even though he's been, an established NASCAR driver for
20 years,
for a long period of time, you're actually getting his first Young Guns.
He is a grown man. He's certainly not a young gun anymore.
No. I mean, but he well deserved.
Yeah. Look,
well deserved.
Hey, look, we say it. It's like, wait a minute. Is this so-and-so's rookie card? Ah, okay. Well, here we go. We got one.
Go Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, and you got Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, all have Young Guns in the set. So
yep.
you also have bull riders too. You have just a wide variety of different sports.
I'm assuming those are the only two drivers from 2311. Is it Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick?
And Denny Hamlin.
Danny Hamlin is an owner of 2311. He races for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Well, yes.
Thanks for the knowledge lesson.
No problem.
No one cares.
No problem.
No one in the chat cares.
No problem.
NASCAR fans, please shout it out.
If you know, you know.
Well, and then this sparked a little debate because, in my opinion, there was a video of Michael Jordan signing a pack that said Rookie Pack, and then the box that eBay is the box that these packs came in, the 86, 87 Fleer box, is on eBay for bid, and you can basically win that box of whatever it ends at. I think a lot of proceeds go to charity.
The empty box?
The empty box. And that says 1 of 1 rookie card. So if you're a star 84 Jordan fan, you took a hit because this is not his official rookie card, because the GOAT himself, as I said on my Instagram, follow me, Doug.Fresh, that the GOAT himself is claiming the 86 Fleer to be his rookie card.
Maybe,
and I think these guys are upset.
Maybe he'll do a little sit-in with the fine people at Star Cards.
He might be able to do that. But there's probably no Star Card anymore.
I was gonna say, I'm like, who?
I don't know who owns the license.
I don't know who owns the rights to Star, if anybody does.
I think he's still printing in 1984 Star Cards, so he's still getting some out in the market somehow because, it was weird. Like I think it was 1986 on the Home Shopping Network.
This is a touchy subject. We've been down this, doing a podcast for 16 years. We've been down this road. You gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. Like there's some really strong opinions about what is Jordan's true rookie card.
Yeah, and I think the guys, some of our friends over at Sports Card Nonsense, kind of weighed in on this, and they maybe had a different opinion than ours. But you can check us out over with them at the National. We're going to be throwing a party, so if you need any info on that, follow us on socials. We'll be doing some stuff with those dudes. Both great guys, both hilarious. But let's see what they had to say.
Yeah, this comes from SCN. Had Shep's cards on to talk about the star card.
You know, he estimates there's less than 4,000 of that card in existence.
Oh, so you're talking 10% of the run of the Fleer then, not even.
The 1986 Fleer was not short printed. I remember as a kid seeing that card at every card show I went to, but I've talked to guys even around here locally who remember going into drugstores in 1986, late 1986, early 1987, and seeing those Fleer packs on the end racks on clearance for 20 cents a pack. But we treat that 86 like it's some kind of super short print. It's not. It's everywhere.
Well, it's short printed when it's in a 10.
Yeah, it's short printed when it's in a 10.
I get back to look at those two cards and you tell me which one looks better.
That's it.
Like,
I mean,
the photo on the 86 Fleer Jordan with him dunking is super iconic. The photo, what's he doing in the star? Is he like boxing out looking for a rebound?
Right.
What are we doing? Jordan's iconic for dunking. That photo is Jordan in a nutshell.
Look, this was given away as team sets. These were never packed away. I'm talking Star 84.
Well, they were sold as team sets.
They were sold as team sets. So you would buy the whole Chicago Bulls set, and you'd have all the dudes. I don't think Horace Grant was on the team in '84, but you know what I'm saying. Like some of the other guys, obviously the other cards are not worth anything, but to me, a rookie card needs to be pack pulled. It needs to be in a box that it has the whole league represented. Because if that's the case, then why don't we hold up Mother's cookie cards as the rookie card for players like Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Will Clark, some of these legends in the 80s? Because we all know that the Mother's cookie cards were given away at games. So let's just say all the Mother cookie cards are way more short printed than the 1986 Tiffany Barry Bonds. So if that's the case, then we need to rewrite history for all of these cards and go with the shortest amount of cards that were ever made by any set. I mean, I'm sure there's some Sports Illustrated cards that should be held in higher regard then. There's probably other. What about the little beef jerky cards that were in the round? Remember the beef jerky that was meant to look like tobacco?
Yep.
They had actually round baseball cards in the bottom of those. So with that being said, then maybe those should be the ones that represent those players like Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez. Just saying.
There was also, I think, David Sunflower Seeds had unlicensed cards as well.
Yeah. There was a lot of different.
But
things.
getting back to the Mother's Cookie, I believe isn't that a Bay Area company?
I believe it is.
So I don't know if everybody knows what the Mother's Cookie cards are, but yeah, the A's and Giants would have trading card day, and there'd be a team set, and you would get a pack, and it would be sponsored by Mother's Cookies, which were delicious, by the way.
Delicious oatmeal.
Iced
Oh
oatmeal.
man, I don't know if I'd go straight oatmeal.
The iced
I think
oatmeal?
That's the iconic.
No,
that's iconic.
That's the classic.
I think the iconic is the animal cookies that were frosted with the little sprinkles.
Is this a hot take? I don't like the animal.
No.
Yeah.
Not. And I'm not saying they were.
They're good, though.
I'm not saying they're the best. I think they were the most iconic.
Sure.
You think of Mother's cookies, you think of those before you think. Now, not the best tasting, but you think of those before you think of anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
But those cards were actually good looking cards. Full bleed.
Yeah.
They were it was kind of like Stadium Club before Stadium Club.
I coveted Royce Clayton. I had a nice Royce Clayton.
The actor.
Royce Clayton on a Mother's cookie card. Actually, Royce Clayton had a very funny story about Barry Bonds. I don't know if you've seen that circulating. So Royce Clayton in the year the infamous 1993 baseball year where the Giants won 103 games and lost to the Dodgers and didn't make the playoffs because there was no wild card teams. Barry Bonds basically bet Royce Clayton that if Royce Clayton stayed above 300, that he would pay him $2,000 because he just didn't believe he would stay over batting 300. So they lose to the Dodgers. Royce Clayton goes 0 for 3. He's down in the dumps. They don't make the playoffs. Everybody's down. And then during the game, Barry Bonds goes, "Here's your $2,000." So after all of that, he goes, He just had a way about him.
Wow.
He was a man of his word. So, anyways, a little side tangent on the Fleer as we got into some Barry Bonds stuff.
So it was the Braves that won 104 games, right?
It was that year where
the Giants
got the
did
bumper.
end the season playing. I believe it was the Dodgers.
Tommy Lasorda's Dodgers.
The Braves were playing the Colorado Rockies on their expansion season, and they lost. The Rockies lost every single game that year against the Braves.
Jesus.
And that's when they played like 12 times a year or
Right.
something like that.
Shout out to C.D. Ramsey with a 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. chocolate bar. You know what? You reminded me. Shaquille O'Neal actually had a bar. I forget what it was called, but I remember as a kid going like, I'm buying this Shaq bar. So, hey, I bet you those are even more rare if you kept it. I mean, the chocolate's not edible 30 years later, but I'm sure if you had those in a PSA 10, man, it would be a pop negative one. So let's move on to Topps deciding to sell unsealed boxes to prevent people from flipping these. Now, these are just going to be aimed at retail SKUs. Specifically, what they showed was the new upcoming Topps Update Chrome, which will have the debut patches. There's going to have retail versions of it. And you can see on this picture from Topps that people that order these boxes, they're going to ship them unsealed. So a lot of him and hawing on the interwebs and on social media about this. I think we have a video from Stock and Trade kind of spoofing this.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Cancel. Cancel, 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 cancel. Oh!
Basically, that's basically it. Yeah. Currently available. I actually just went on. I believe that. Well, I don't know about now. If you're listening to this either in the future, or if you're listening to this right now, I don't know if they're still available over Topps.com. Although about 20 minutes before we went live on air, I was there on Topps.com and I could grab a value box or mega box for $85, $84.99 specifically.
So they didn't sell out. So they didn't sell out right away.
They did not sell out right away.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I felt like this was a very, like, the consensus in the hobby was very split on this. I felt like it was very 50-50.
It did feel, though, like the people who liked it was overwhelmingly positive of like, yes, finally, this is what we've been asking for. Let us have this option, which I
don't
more in
believe,
line with
I
that.
don't believe it's new, though. I mean, I think retail stores have been doing that for a long time. It's kind of uncharted maybe for a manufacturer to do it, but retail stores have been doing it. I
was going to say this is unprecedented from a standpoint of any manufacturer. And I want the chat. I want you to weigh in on this. Do you like it? And now you feel like you're going to have an opportunity to get a box. Do you not like it for whatever reason? I want to weigh in because I think I see both sides, right? And you know that'd be like Apple sending their iPhone 18 unsealed so that somebody can't flip that phone. This would be similar to PlayStation or NES. I know people buy digital games now, but you know, Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. It might carry a premium. Is GameStop or the fine folks at Target going to cut the cellophane on GTA 6 so that people can't flip GTA 6? You can't really do it with sneakers because those aren't sealed, but like, you know, you just have never heard a manufacturer stepping in to prevent flippers, which kind of in a way helps them. So they don't really gain anything from this. They don't.
Well, I mean,
Topps doesn't gain anything from this.
It's a way to counteract against the bots. If they're having a substantial bot issue on the website when they do these drops, well, now the bots aren't going to be super excited to be able to get this product if it's not sealed. They can't. It kind of renders it useless for them.
Now, I don't want to give anybody any ideas because I don't feel like there is any ill will intended by this, but I have a question as my business mind starts wandering. If said customer opens box and films themselves opening a box and they say to their credit card company, this box wasn't sealed.
Ooh.
How does that work out in the whole chargeback department? I'm sure Topps has thought of that, and there may be some verbiage in the checkout process now. I'm assuming. I haven't done it, but you know, I just you know, curious to what a credit card company would say.
What if there's no cellophane and they put like a tamper-proof sticker or seal on it?
Well, then it can still be flipped, right?
Could be, but I would imagine the price would drop dramatically. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. This will be the test run, right? Over the next.
Well, I mean, I can tell you
so.
right now, like, if they didn't do this, they would have put those up on their website and they would have sold out in seconds.
Right.
So it tells you something, knowing that they were available 20 minutes before we went live.
Well,
with this
and here,
podcast.
and actually here, I just showed it to you. We just put it up. This is live. This is live on tops.com.
Oh.
Still get it right
Okay.
now.
So yeah, I mean,
So is that a win?
I mean, I think it's a win for people who. How many times do we hear
the bots and flippers? It's an L.
Absolutely,
It's an L.
it is.
It's an L.
But how many times do we hear the same complaint or the same thing on social media or wherever? It's getting too expensive. I can't. I want to be able to rip with my kids, and I can't do it because these boxers are so and so, and people are. I can't even get my hands on this box because it's being grabbed by a bot, and blah blah blah. Here you go. It's happening, and it's there. It's readily available. It's not selling out. This should be a huge win. This should be. I don't know. To me, it's an overwhelming positive.
Tops could be saving money with not having to use all the cellophane.
There's that too.
Well, and if you want to win something for free, we're actually going to activate a giveaway for you guys. $50 in break credit here for Fanatics Live. You can jump in any one of our upcoming breaks. Topps Chrome Black Football just released, so we've got that. We're going to be ripping tons of new releases next week, and all on Fanatics Live with the crew over there, Bubba, Tez, and AC. So we'll do a little maybe 8 to 10 minute giveaway here. You guys can let your friends know, or you can not and try to be greedy. But yeah, and with that being said, we've got some hits of the week. So these are like hits that you can use on your, with your $50 credit. Maybe you get a hit like this on Fanatics Live. So let's take a look.
All right, we got some big soccer hits. This is from We the
I
High.
don't know, Chad. We're just going in together.
This is a really
Rate
cool
the winner,
product.
right?
Which product is this?
This is like
Frank Lampard on the-
I have to double check it.
7 to
It
15.
is an unlicensed product.
7 to 15 against
I'll
Rocket.
check this out.
Is it Futera?
It might be Futera.
I believe it is.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Maradona, Pele, Ronaldo, and Messi. What a line!
So it's Ronaldo, Messi, Maradona, and who else?
Holy
Pele. Pele is the other one in there. So that's a very cool. The patches on it are really, really nice.
Well, unfortunately, Messi brought the value down of that card. So if it was just Maradona, Ronaldo, and Pele, then you would have the best three to ever play the game.
One guy remains in the World Cup. So there's
I mean, hey, we talked about it last week. I'm Portuguese. I get it. I understand, but Messi's pretty good, man. I think he is. I think Messi's the guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of, again, I don't have a horse in the race here, but I'm kind of.
I mean, the best thing that Ronaldo's done is he won the Euro Cup, right?
he did.
He just recently won the Saudi Cup too, as well. Which there's a lot of great players like Quinones play in that league.
Okay.
A lot of really good pros playing.
That's
in the Saudi
right.
league.
That's right up there at the World Cup.
And he's won multiple club championships, something that Messi's never really done. So, I mean, if you want to just hold the...
Well, Messi's good enough to play in the MLS, bro.
He is. I mean, that is the big leagues.
Yeah, Ronaldo, come on, dude, come to San Jose. Let's do it, Quakes.
It's a tie. Is it a tie because nobody voted?
It's a tie. No, people voted.
Oh, okay. All right. So we got some votes.
It's a tie. It's a tie for is this a good or a bad move for the unsealed product?
Spain scored.
So there you
Oh, nice. Let's go Spain. Let's go Yamal Lamine,
go. Lamine,
which I guess is just his first name still. It's not
right?
It's not a last
There's,
name. Or
there's
anything.
like two names in there.
more
He
than
has
that.
he has 2 first names.
No, he has like 3 last names or something like
Sure.
that. So
Sure.
He should put them all on his jersey.
it would be awesome just running down the thing. So we've got another interesting hit as football approaches and teams are going to camp and Brandon Ayuk's making more social media videos. We've got this Jackson Dart there's a lot of hype going in the season with the Giants and Harbaugh and this man. So let's see this poll.
Oh, 1 of 1. Oh.
Shout out
1
Germany.
of 1 von den...
Die Nummer sieht man schon. Kannst sehen. Oh! Der Chase
Oh mein Gott,
des Produktes!
Das ist die beste Karte, die man ziehen kann in dem ganzen Produkt.
Alter, Sebastian! Let's go!
Oh mein Gott! Das ist sie.
Alter, Junge!
Best card
Okay.
available.
I'm going to pause it right here because I pointed this out to you yesterday, Doug. I'm like, and again, chat, please let us know. I think I have seen a few Jackson Dart autos inscribed like this with the 6s all over. It's giving look, and I'm sorry, it's kind of giving like witchy demonic energy here with the sixes in a circle.
I didn't think that's where this was going.
I'm sorry. That's immediately where my head went. I'm sorry, kids. I don't know if this just became an R-rated podcast or whatever.
This is where you should play the Slipknot song.
What's his
invoking
jersey
it.
number?
It's 6. I get it.
Okay.
But it's not 66.
But it's not 66666 in some circle.
Actually, you know what would be better would be the Iron Maiden, the 666.
The number of the beast.
Oh God, just makes you want to get.
We got you, Tyler. We're
Viking
gonna
helmet
hit
on.
you up after this. We'll take care of
we
you.
lost everybody who's in the chat. They were just like, "What? You lost me on the Iron Maiden."
Yeah, we're working. We just it's a little bit of a long process to actually get the coupon from live to implement it. So we should have that within 24 to 48 hours, hopefully for you. So
everything will be taken care of after the show here.
Yep,
today.
you will get it, and maybe get into a better break that way. So, but my opinion on this card too is I actually had a phone number back in the day that started 666 because I asked for an easy number to remember. I got a lot of comments about it. So eventually, when it was time to change my number, I opted to not go with that, and my life's been better. My life immediately got better. Like that was before Mojobreak, everything. That was I might have been going door to door or something.
Is that why you went 888?
Yes,
because it's a number of.
Well,
luck?
now you just gave away people my phone number. Dan.
Okay,
I appreciate that.
Okay, so now everybody's gonna sit at home and go through. I don't know how
The
many
last
different
four
combinations, and they're like, at some point, I'm going to get Doug's phone number.
Right.
Which is it could be 669 area code too. It could be 408. It could be 415. Who knows? So yeah. Maybe you're not giving away too much, but Tyler's like he's throwing the last 4 in there. If you would have got lucky, I would have gave you another $50 credit, but that's not it. That's not it. That's not the number. But yeah, interesting. I mean, I guess Topps and Panini have been asking these athletes to put a little bit more on the card to make them unique, and maybe I'm sure there was no undertone of the 666, the number of the beast with Iron Man. Unless he's a huge Iron Maiden fan, but
Look, and there's more than 3 6s on there. I will say that. There's about 4 or 5.
Yeah,
6s
I mean,
on
if there was only
so.
3, then I think we could have a real conversation.
Sure.
Wow, Yamal just missed almost. It was practically a penalty kick.
Live takes. We're live streaming
the shop
watching.
here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How old is Yamal?
18.
He's 18.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a child.
He was playing in the Euro Cup at 16. I think he joined Spain at 15. He was at the club level at 15 years old. It's insane.
Yeah, I say he's a child, but no, when you are 18, you are not a child. You are an adult.
Pretty
You're
close.
the US
Closer than us.
Pretty close.
He's in the World Cup. I was not in the World Cup at 18.
No, definitely not.
And I think we're all old enough in this room to be his father, which is kind of sad when you
This
look at
is
this.
objectively true. Yes,
Just like it could be your son out there scoring goals for Spain. So wild to think about how long I've lived in this world. So, anyways, how long I lived. Been here for a long time. So Jackson Dart, we also have this messy manga, and there, you can go to Walmart and get your pork chops, and get some of your lemonade and Sprite, and you can pull a manga from a blaster. Let's see
this one's got a little story behind it. Let's take a
A
look.
collector went to Walmart to get pizza with his little brother, and they both decided to get Prism World Cup $30 blasters. After going home and eating the pizza, they opened up the blasters, and they pulled a monster card.
Oh, we searched so hard for one of these. We'll just do it.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't have any sauce on his hands.
They pulled a 2026 World Cup Messi manga, and I'm seeing these cards listed at about $25,000.
And that comes courtesy of Black Gold Sports Cards, their social media. But that's as good a blaster pull, I think, as I have ever seen.
What kind of pizza did they get?
Yeah.
I like how that was really pertinent to the story.
What? I mean, I'm assuming frozen pizza.
It's pretty cool. It's a very,
you can't.
No. It's okay. This is where I think here in California, at least in NorCal, we don't have many Sam's Clubs. But chat, let me know. Sam's Club, you can go. It's like a Costco style big box store where I think you can also they have like a food court and you get pizza and stuff like that.
They said it was Walmart.
Right.
Them.
But like Walmart, Sam's Club, same thing.
company. It's like was it Kroger's is like Safeway or something?
Sure. So and again, I'm sure there are bigger Tyler, thank you, Tyler. Yeah, I think that's probably what's happening here. And there's also bigger Walmarts that have
Rayleigh's and Safeway, same
something
thing.
like that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Amelia says
Ryan
that he was the youngest player to ever score in the Euro was Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
Good for him and good for the future of his cards because after this year, him and Mbappe are going to be the next Ronaldo and Messi. So because we're not going to have Ronaldo and Messi in the next.
But Mbappe is what, like 28?
He's a little older.
27.
Like 22. Boy, we were all over the map. I was about to be like 25, 26,
38.
I was way off.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is what the dreams are made of. Back to this manga, this Messi poll is, there was a narrative 3, 4, 5 years ago that you'd never get anything in blasters. And it's good to see that you can. Obviously, the odds are a lot harder, but, these are more accessible to, kids and families that maybe don't have a hobby shop in their area or, they just have $30 lying around burning a hole in the pocket and they're buying detergent and some Budweiser, and they see the Prism boxes, and they take a chance, and they hit a card like this, which is life changing. It's really kind of an induction into the hobby. So
I remember a few years ago, a player who shall not be named. It was a former #1 prospect, big rookie chase for baseball collectors. I think you kind of know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it was caused a huge hubbub because the 1 of 1. Series 1 of 1.
Tampa Bay Rays. Right?
Tampa Bay, yes, a former Tampa Bay Rays #1 prospect. And I'm not talking about Junior Caminero. It got pulled out of a blaster box. And I remember it causing like people being like, that's great. And there were a few people who were like, that should be in a hobby box. Why am I even spending that much for a hobby box if I can't chase that to 1 of 1? Like, what am I doing? And to that I say,
and I mean,
you just can't. You can't win.
You can't win.
You can't win.
That was the wildest reaction. Was just like
I remember that. I think we did a whole podcast segment on that.
We did.
Yeah, there was outrage from. It was funny because during that time it was like, well, I could never hit anything out of retail. I don't have enough money, and then it was like, well, I buy hobby boxes. This isn't fair that I can't get. So it was like,
hobby boxes of that product at that point were like $120.
Right.
It's still. It wasn't where we're at now.
Congrats,
and blasters were $19.99.
$19.99.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Alexi Lawless is unfortunately the only old USA soccer player that we have to represent the legacy of USA soccer, which is pretty sad. I mean, let's face it. We tried to play this up that like we're going to beat Bellingham, and we weren't going to be able to do it. Belgium, by the way. I'm just playing off a podcast that says Bellingham, and in reality, it was just a really bad team playing a halfway decent team, and it just wasn't going to work out. So, back down to reality, the USA team always gets knocked out around the
really
16.
bad team?
The USA.
Okay.
Yeah, the really bad team is USA.
I mean, we would have been playing in this game that I'm watching right now, and USA would not have beat Spain.
No.
So
it might have been like 7-0, dude. They might have just.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but did we really think that there was going to be a run past that round?
No.
No, I think I was even saying like, hey, you get out of round of 16, that's a huge win. Like, because then you would have faced either the winner of Spain or Portugal. You'd be facing Spain right now. Wouldn't be well though. I'm looking over there right now.
Is it a tie game?
It's 1-1.
Hello.
Wow.
Well, maybe Belgium's the greatest team ever to do it.
I bet you. Well, they're actually probably playing Kevin De Bruyne. They didn't even play him during the USA game.
I think he might have just scored. No, he didn't.
It looks like. No, maybe it was the guy that got 2 goals on the USA.
I don't know.
Dake Cloutier or whatever.
Belgium's jerseys. I don't like those.
I don't know
really?
what's going on. Yeah.
I'm a fan. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
A little live watch party here of the World Cup.
Nothing to like about those unis.
I like them. They're cool.
Yeah.
It's unique.
My last point, I mean, we're already going. We wanted to try to do a half hour.
I know.
Today. We're already past that.
We'll never be able to do it. We'll never be able to do it.
But you know what? The thing that's keeping me around here is that we had 30 people. Now we're down to 19, but we had 32 people about 5 minutes ago.
Shout out. Thanks, folks, for tuning in. Again, we're this will be every Friday at noon, so we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll have now going forward on Mondays. You can also catch this episode on our Mojobreak Media channel on YouTube. So if you missed it on Friday, you can catch it then.
And maybe we give away another 8 minutes giveaway for $50 in credit, so that we can bring back in the people that want to win the $50, and it makes our numbers look good here, like to Fanatics. It'd be like,
and then we're
paying for people to stay here.
We truly do. It's an 8-minute warning, then the show's over.
Right, and then it's just a big fall off there. So, so let's run another giveaway. Get you guys in some breaks here on Fanatics Live. I mean, we're breaking Chrome Black. We're going to be breaking some Prism World Cup. We've got anything that you could imagine will be breaking here on Fanatics Live at Mojobreak here. So, but Alexi Lawless, we wanted to. You got a little clip of him being roasted.
Yeah. So this comes courtesy of the Dan Patrick Show. Kevin Frazier. I don't know if you guys remember him from Sports Center from the 2000s. I think he's like the host of Entertainment Tonight now. He's got a good gig. But he went on and definitely it was like, all right, I got a take about sports specifically. I got a take about Alexi Lawless, and I thought you guys would enjoy this.
Listen, man, we got to stop Alexi Lawless, man. What's going on? What's happening? Wow. Alexi, slow down, bro. Slow down. I mean, I've been listening to some of his takes. I thought Terry Henry was going to kill him. Zlatan wanted to take him out at one point, and I was like, wow. And then I've been listening to some of these takes recently, and the way, every 4 years we lose, and we go through this thing where we say, what's the problem with U.S. soccer? And, then he gives his explanation. He's like, oh, the paid-for-play system works, and it's okay. And I'm like, Alexi, what are you talking about? You benefited from it like, a kid from the suburbs, but back when U.S. sucked in Italy, you were part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Stop talking about U.S. soccer like you know it.
It's been just the start for 30 years.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm like, man, that is every single end of the men's World Cup. I get the same narrative. This is just the beginning. Well, you watch.
Alexi Lawless, maybe the Skip Bayless of soccer, but
Definitely.
He's kind of gained that rep. But you got to try to put him back in the seats next year, and maybe that's the line. This is just a start. What are you going to say? This is the end? We're never going to win for the rest of your life, so stop tuning in, which could be the truth, but you got to sugarcoat it a little bit.
We do got it. We have to have a different phrase, though. We can't just be like, this is just the beginning. Like, it's not just the beginning.
Right.
We got to figure it out. Like, how about that?
Let's get
our stuff together.
Right.
Hopefully this World Cup brings so much culture to some of the young kids in the U.S. that are currently playing soccer or thinking about playing soccer. Because as I sit here, with a belly here, it's the McDonald's generation, man. Like, they're just, kids don't want to run that much. But if they see, Lamine Yamal and they see Norway that brought their, own food here and they're all chiseled Vikings that do rowing, and that's in other countries, let's dedicate ourselves to making this young group of next generation soccer players, both men and women. See, the women got it figured out. The women haven't figured it out.
Right.
Maybe the women can tell these young kids and coach some of these young kids to be like, the World Cup in 2036 or 2040, we need to have the next Lamine Yamal.
There's a much larger narrative of women's sports, too, of why is the U.S. women so far ahead of men's, and it's part of that is Title IX and everything that's the push for women's sports in America versus in other countries has just been a lot different and a lot longer here. There's a bigger history around here, but it's... I'm kind of at the point, too, where I just don't know how it happens. And the part in that clip I didn't show, and I think it's worth mentioning, is he talks about my son. He's like, I live in Beverly Hills. My son plays in Beverly Hills in those leagues, these expensive leagues, these super expensive pay-to-play leagues. And he said, I went and took my son. I just told him, you're not good. You gotta get better. So he's like, I'm going to take you to the city he's like to the inner cities and to the poorer leagues and to some of the smaller leagues where kids are playing for free and stuff like that. He's like, and he got roasted by these kids. These kids were so much better than him. So he's like, so there's some barriers there of who gets to play, who doesn't get to play. That he made a great point about it. And I thought that was something interesting, something to take note of about where we're at with youth sports and all that, because it can be expensive and prohibitive. You know what I mean?
100%.
Here's the other thing.
This guy's buying some merch. I like it.
So I was talking about giving it away, but so kids who are just naturally gifted, natural athletes, and they basically come to this realization at 14, 15 years old. Why would soccer be the sport that they would gravitate towards as opposed to baseball, basketball,
There's
football,
that too.
hockey?
Yeah, there is.
Because if they are going to be pro, they're not going to be able to make that type of money unless they go to Europe.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but here's the thing.
A 17-year-old kid, it's like, okay, you got to leave your family. You got to go to a place where you may not know the language or the culture shock, and you have to play there. Where if I play basketball, baseball, football, hockey, I can basically stay here at home and I can pick a college and I could basically play there, or I can just get drafted out of high school and I could instantly make way more money.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, Dan. Like take you for example, right? Like here's the thing that
As a 14-year-old Dan, I'm a gifted athlete. Yes.
Well, but you chose to participate in basketball and baseball, where at best you're going to be 5'7". So there's not a lot of chance for you as a 5'7" gentleman.
Are you telling me that I'm done growing? Is that science?
I think that's what I'm saying. But like soccer, you could be any size. You could be any size.
I go to bed
soccer
every night, and I'm like, if I could only grow another 1.5 feet, like I can play in the NBA.
And maybe at 14 you didn't realize that probably 5'2" that you thought you were going to be 7'1", but
at 14 I was 4'11".
4'11".
I was 4'11".
But you were waiting. You're drinking a lot of milk.
But I was pretty sure I was not going to be in the NBA.
Yeah, you're telling Dan he's never going to have the makings of a varsity athlete.
But you tried out for the basketball team. So
I tried out for the Santa Clara High JV basketball team.
But soccer could have been your calling. But you
being like, pretty sure I'm going to be in the NBA draft in about 3 years.
But here's the thing: soccer could have been your calling, and you never even tried it. Me too.
True.
Maybe soccer was my calling. Maybe I wouldn't be doing this, and I'd be playing. Well, I'd be retired by now, but I could have been playing in the World Cup in 2006.
I think you're right on the money narrative thing, and it's especially it's about leaving the country and going somewhere else where you're not, you don't know the culture and all that, but like. You do see like Ronaldo sign a literal $1 billion contract where no one even gets close to that in any other sport.
Okay.
And there's a certain point where you're like, what would it take for me to leave my home and all the comforts of that? $1 billion? Sign me up.
Yeah. Okay. Chances of you being the next Ronaldo, unlike it's like, chances of me being the next Ohtani.
But that's what fuels a kid to be like, that could be me. I could be Ohtani. I could be Ronaldo or Messi, That's when it all starts. It all starts with that. Is it a delusion? For 99.9% of us, yes, it is. But that's where it starts.
Yeah, I'm just saying it. I was making and I agree with that too. And Ronaldo, by the way, has the most Instagram followers than anybody in the entire world. He actually has almost as many Instagram followers as Instagram, meaning like everybody that has an Instagram follows like Ronaldo. So it shows you the popularity. I agree that just the U.S. did a bad job of really showing and hosting and showing these games until I feel like this year. I feel like I just have people coming out of the world now that we're host country and we have social media. 1994, I'm sure it wasn't, it was on TV, but we didn't have social media to really pump all this up.
I will disagree. Yes, there was a tremendous buzz this World Cup. As soon as U.S. got knocked out, everybody's moved on.
It's true. I'm not wearing the shirt anymore.
But nobody is wearing anything that is soccer related where you could not go to the store or, walk in a parking lot without somebody wearing something that was USA, but they're out and it's like, okay, now these games are boring and I don't want to watch it. There's not enough scoring.
Training camp next week.
Training camp next week.
Yep. For sure. And, it's hopefully, like I said, these kids that are like 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, I gotta say, scuba, but it's 6, 7. They are in 10 years and 14 years or whatever the World Cup is, 14 years, 15 years from now, they are the next being, and USA has this powerhouse of a team because this World Cup,
it could
bred
happen.
some fans.
I don't, not the next World Cup because we're gonna probably have a lot of the same players.
Sure,
and they're all gonna be 4 years older, and probably not better. I'm just.
I mean, there could be a 13-year-old in the system right now that be 17 by the time the World Cup comes around.
Yeah, but he probably is not going to play his best soccer his first World Cup.
Right.
2042. Watch out.
2042. We're in this thing.
Look, gentlemen, for U.S. soccer, it's just the beginning.
So, do you think we will?
That's where we cut the show.
Dan Lodge.
Mic drop. Show's over. Thanks everybody for hanging out.
For sure. I mean, I think that's right on the money here for soccer, and hopefully, are we going to see a World Cup in the U.S. in our lifetimes? Now, my lifetime might be shorter than some that
Man,
are
it's the
listening.
second time you said that in the span of 20 minutes. So you just said that I've been here a really long time. Then you're like, I might not live long enough to see a USA World Cup.
I know, and we had the 666 today. Jeez,
It's okay.
And I had the perfect ending to our show, and then we just basically were like, no, not good enough.
No, not good enough.
I mean, it was perfect. I mean, Cody laid it up for me. I held onto it for a while. I waited for the giveaway to end, and I was like, this is my opportunity to end the show. And we're here, and now we're going to go an hour.
All right, guys. Tune in next week for Hype on Collect. I was going to talk Ken Golden, but we'll talk about Ken Golden's Mount Rushmore.
He'll be here next week. He's not going anywhere.
Might run into him at Fanatics Fest. Who knows? When you guys are out there, so make sure to drop by at Fanatics Fest. You guys will be out there all week long.